Hello dear children, today we are going to study subtraction and word problems. Let us subtract the number 7383 minus 1212. So 3 minus 2 is 1. 8 minus 1 is 7. 3 minus 2 is 1 and 7 minus 1 is 6. Now let us subtract 8008 minus 2005. So let us start from the units place. 8 minus 5 is 3. Let us go to the tens place. 0 minus 0 is 0. Let us go to the hundreds place. 0 minus 0 is 0. And thousands place, 8 minus 2 is 6. So your answer is 6003. Now the next sum, 6352 minus 5165. Now let us go to the units place. From 2 we cannot subtract 5, so we have to borrow from the tens place. So 2 becomes 12 and 5 becomes 4, as 1 has been carried for borrowed in the units place. Now 12 minus 5 is 7. Let us go to the tens place. You cannot minus 6 from 4, so we have to borrow from the hundreds place. So your 4 becomes 14. Now from 3 we have borrowed, so 3 becomes 2. Now 14 minus 6 is 8. 2 minus 1 is 1 and 6 minus 5 is 1. So your answer is 1187. Now let us subtract the next sum, that is 6700 minus 1075. Now in the units place we are having 0. From 0 we have to subtract 5. So from 0 we cannot subtract 5, that is why we have to go to the tens place to borrow. Now we cannot borrow from tens place also, as there is 0. So we move towards the hundreds place. So now the hundreds place is going to give a number to tens place. So the 0 in the tens place becomes 10 and the hundreds place number is decreased by 1, that it becomes 6. Now let us borrow for the units place. So the tens place is giving a number to units place. So the 10 becomes 9 and in the units place the number becomes 10. Now 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 7 is 2. 6 minus 0 is 6 and 6 minus 1 is 5. So your answer is 5625. Now let us do some problems. Siddharth deposited rupees 7600 in the bank. After a few days he withdrew rupees 3735. How much amount still remains in the bank? So Siddharth deposited in the bank rupees 7600. He withdrew an amount of rupees 3735. Now what is remaining in the bank? So we have to do subtraction. Now from the units place, 0 minus 5, we cannot minus 5 from 0. So we have to go to the tens place to borrow. But the tens place is also having 0. So we go to the hundreds place to borrow. Now when we borrow, the number in the hundreds place becomes less. So 6 will become 5 and 1 is increasing in the tens place. So 0 becomes 10. Now from the tens place 1 will be borrowed to the units place. So 10 becomes 9 and the number in the units place 0 becomes 10. So let us subtract now. Units place 10 minus 5 is 5. Tens place 9 minus 3 is 6. Hundreds place 5 minus 7. Now you cannot minus 7 from 5. So we have to again borrow. So we go to the thousands place to borrow. Now when we are taking one number from 7, so 7 will get reduced by 1 and it becomes 6. And in the hundreds place the 5 is turning into 15. So 15 minus 7 you get 8 and 6 minus 3 in the thousands place you get 3. So the amount which remains is rupees 3,865. Seema's father had to pay fees of rupees 25,000. He had rupees 23,890 in cash with him. How much more amount was required to pay the fees? So let us see. Fees to be paid, the amount was 25,000 and Seema's father had rupees 23,890. Now what we are supposed to find out? How much money he was having less. So we will do subtraction. Now we will subtract 25,000 minus 23,890. Now you can see in the tens place, units place, tens place and hundreds place, all the numbers are 0. So you have to directly go to the thousands place to borrow. So now when we borrow a number from 5, so 5 is reduced by 1 and it becomes 4, and hundreds place the 0 turns to 10. Now from the hundreds place again the number will be borrowed to the tens place. So 10 will become 9 and the 0 in the tens place will become 10. Now let us start the subtraction. In the units place you are having 0 and 0, so there is no need to borrow. That is why 0 minus 0 is 0. Now in the tens place 10 minus 9 is 1, then 9 minus 8 is 1, 4 minus 3 is 1 and 2 minus 2 is 0. So Seema's father required rupees 1,110 more to pay her fees. So children, you will be solving the sums from your textbook. Thank you.